Hi, my name is Jacob. I'm currently in my second year of study doing electronics engineering at Bangor University.
Can you tell us something about the finances? How do you cope with all the financials?
Well, I have my student loan leaves me with about £400 across the entire year after paying for my accommodation, and obviously university fees are separate to that as well.
So how do you manage? How do you make that stretch?
Most of the finance I actually have comes from my parents, and I'm very fortunate about that. So it gets me about £35 a week overall, which isn't much still, but it's enough to get by.
Yeah, what sort of things come out of that?
Well, that has to cover my food bills, any extras like repairs to my accommodation if something goes wrong. I would have a car, but I can't afford that with my budget. If I were driving, I'd have to pay for my insurance, pay for fuel, clothing, transport, and also going out, but after all of that, there's so little money for going out places, I can't really afford to do it.
Sure, you say that you have 4,300, but that's not a grant, is it? That's a loan.
That's a loan, yes. I feel fortunate to have such a large amount of the loan compared to some of my friends who are actually below 4,000. However, it is a loan that we have to pay back at the end of the day.
Sure. So, do you know many other students who are in a similar situation to you?
Well, actually, there's quite a few, actually. A lot of my friends are on lower loans than me even, some below £4,000, and it doesn't even cover their accommodation. I've had one friend who actually moved out of their accommodation because they couldn't afford it anymore.
Thanks, Jacob. So, how much do you worry about this?
Well, I worry about it quite a bit, actually, but I have to try and push it to the back of my mind, really, because I need to focus on actually doing my course, because otherwise I'm not going to be able to get a good enough job to actually pay back the amount of money that I owe.
Labour win the election. From this September, you would no longer have to pay those tuition fees, and you may even qualify for a maintenance grant, and we would hope also to improve the public transport links you talked about. Are you voting this time? Have you made your decision yet?
I am voting this time, and I have already made my decision. I am definitely voting Labour.